What are we doing? We talking?
We're going to talk. We're going to talk. We're going to.
What do you want to talk about?
We're good. Well, first I think.
He's watching us. I want you to sit back, relax, pour yourself a drink, light a cigar, and we're going to have some fun today. So I am your host, Big G.
And I'm Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
And this is our guest today, our special guest, and his name is Ray Lowe, and this is his product. So we're going to, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate
it's all good. So we met back in December, and your partner Ron, who didn't want to do the show today, but that's okay.
Because he's so quiet and shy.
He is here.
He's just too shy.
He said that you fall asleep during conversation most of the time, so it's probably best you're sitting over there. So, but so we met in December. We met at the Cigar Lounge. So you guys were introducing your product, and I think became instant friends.
Yeah.
We had a lot of fun and talked a lot of stuff, and we talked about doing one of our first comeback shows. So this is, you're right in that time frame, so that's all good. So tell us where you got started, where you came from, what are you doing?
This is the result of a dream that really was 10 years ago. I'm a member of a fraternity, and our tradition is the youngest member cleans and takes the brothers home who have had too much to drink.
Gotcha.
So sometimes I was the brother taking the brothers home after enough to drink that night. And as a consequence of that, I started studying the business, and I started looking at the cognac business because a lot of the brothers were drinking cognac.
Right.
So I started researching, I started contacting manufacturers in France, I started talking to investors, and just sort of trying to put the whole thing together in terms of how I could bring a brand to the USA.
Gotcha.
Problem was Hennessy, Remy Cavassier, Martell, they really were 90% of the business. They just dominated. They had big, huge marketing budgets. So no one really wanted to listen to me. He was like my mentor. And I kept trying to tell him about what I was working on. And eventually, he came aboard. We put the whole thing together. He changed everything. Of course, the manufacturer changed the bottle. We came up with a name, got to design the box, permits. But then Rayon Cognac was born in 2019.
Unbelievable. What I'd like to do, if we can, before we go any further, we're going to talk some more here in a little bit. I would like to. A lot of people don't know a lot about cognac. Some people don't even know what it is. There's a variety of different types out there. I'm not big on cognac just because of lack of knowledge, so to say. But when I tried this, when I met these two gentlemen at the Cigar Lounge for the event and tried this, I was in love. I really was, and I told you that. And I said, you got a great product here.
Thanks.
And anybody that's ever had it has said the same thing, like, man, where can we get this? Where can we get this? But what I'd like to do today, I know we're changing up the show a little bit today, but what I'd like to do is I'd like to go to the Whiskey Wizard and give you guys a little bit 3-4 minute knowledge of about cognac, just kind of give you a briefing on how it's made and doing some different things. And then we're going to come back to the show, we're going to talk some more, and then we're going to try. Is that good with everybody?
Sounds great.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes, kids.
We'll see you
Sit back
just
and
after
relax.
the Whiskey Wizard.
There you
Hang
go.
tight.
Hello and welcome to the Whiskey Wizard, where we say that whiskey making takes scientific knowledge, an artisan's skill and dedication, and a bit of the wizard's alchemy of light, air, earth, and fire. Well, I assume that this also applies to the making of cognac, which is the topic of this edition. Yeah, I know it's a whiskey show, but we have some special guests tonight who make a fantastic cognac. And we should be open to looking at some other distilled products once in a while, because we know our viewers are very eager for exploring new things. Yes, we know you are. So anyway, let's dive into the liquid that is cognac together. Cognac has a special designation under French law, with production methods and naming required to meet certain legal requirements. The grape specified is Ugly Blanc, known locally as Saint-Emilion, and it's most widely used for cognac. The cognac spirit must be twice distilled in copper pot stills, and finally must be aged at least 2 years in French oak barrels, and not just any oak, but oak from the forests of Limousin and Tronchet in central France. Like straight bourbon, most are aged much longer than the minimum requirement, however, and some as much as 100 years. Cognac must also come from the Cognac region of Western France, just as Champagne can only come from the Champagne region. Cognac appears on a map, to me anyway, as being very close to Bordeaux. But interestingly, the grapes used for Cognac produce a white wine that is said to be practically undrinkable. But when it's fermented and distilled and then aged in oak, it produces a wondrous spirit of great complexity, combining light, fresh fruit tones with an extensive array of soft spices and essence of vanilla. Now, here tonight is our featured product, the Rayon Cognac XO, and I'll let our guests explain the various initials that go with cognac and what they mean, and I know that they're very eager to tell us more about this product. Cognac drinkers say that the nose experience is almost as important as the palate. First nose, I'm told, is taken down about here. I can already, I can already start to know some of the volatiles. And second is about chin level, the second nose. You can pick up more of the fruit. And now, just like as a whiskey, when we go in for that first sip, we should just take a very, very small drop. Wow, that coats my whole tongue. Amazing. And you can see the color is very whiskey-like, isn't it? We talked about color last week. Well, we'll be doing our tasting experiences live, so I'm not going to spoil the occasion. But I can simply say, wow, this is good. This is Doug Dunbar, the Whiskey Wizard for the Whiskey Roundtable. And now back to the live show.
Yeah,
All right.
so I gotta say it was all I could do to contain myself in that sequence to not talk about what I was nosing and what I was tasting, because it was so fantastic, I have to say, and not really having any previous experience with cognac, I was really kind of taken back by how good at least this product was, and how I mean, it's very whiskey-like. It's the only way I can explain it. All the things you like in whiskey,
Good bourbon.
was there. We'll talk.
Above.
We're going to do the tasting now, obviously, or soon, and we'll have a bit of, we'll talk more of the details, obviously, which I didn't want to give away ahead of time. But it was just what you saw there was live. I hadn't tasted it till I just did it live there, and it was I was amazed at how good it was, and I was just like, I think I've been missing out on something.
The look on your face was priceless.
Yeah, I'm
as
like-
soon as he sips it, he's like,
I'm like, well, this isn't
he's kind of quiet and his
sweet.
eyes are
This
closed.
isn't winey like I thought it was going to be. I mean, it's definitely much more like a whiskey than anything you would say it reminds you of wine or anything sweet or like.
I just want to say, I just want to give a quick shout out to Dave Somrock from Royal Havana Cigars. Thanks for letting me steal your bottle. So I bring it back, but unfortunately it's open. Thanks, Dave.
We
Go
have to
ahead,
take
I'm
it back to Dave?
I might keep it here. Maybe David will enjoy it over here with
It might get lost.
all
I'm
his
just kidding.
Cuban rum that he has underneath my bar over here.
Right.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Good deal. So, tell us about this journey. So you were talking, and so what happens at you start really getting involved in this? What were the processes that you went through?
After you approached the big guys, and there really wasn't any room there.
It was just a lot of people not returning my phone calls, a lot of people not getting back to me. But eventually, I ran into my partner,
Right.
and I told him what I was trying to do, and then we started sort of working together. So we had to get the bottles, we had the manufacturer, we had 30 manufacturers that we were talking to at once. So he
Wow.
kind of worked through the process of what would be the best fit in the Godet family. Then went back to the 1850s.
Wow.
Great grandfather started the business, so they have been around a while, and they wanted entry to the USA market. So after talking to them a few months, me and my partner decided they had the best quality in terms of what we were looking for. That would set us apart from anything that was on the shelf here in the USA today.
Well, it was a home run, that's for sure.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
So you ended up bringing it to the U.S.
Bring it to U.S. And right now we just have the XO, which is the highest quality. It's aged over 10 years, and we're hoping this sets us apart from anything else that the cognac market has seen thus far. So that's the goal.
Awesome. So do you guys do a lot of I'm sure you guys travel and
New York last weekend.
Right.
Yeah, we travel wherever necessary. Right now we're actually getting on the shelf in New York, New Jersey, Florida, and California.
nice.
And we're online through Low Imports LLC through another 30 states.
So we're going to mention that availability a couple times during the show. I
All
want you
right, thank you.
to bring that up, and for people that don't, maybe joining the show late or come in, or maybe
right.
came in. We want everybody to know where they can get it.
Beautiful.
And so feel free to give out that address again, and we'll proceed. What so your
just-
partner's Ronnie.
Ron Jones.
Ron Jones. And what's Ron do? I want to know what he does.
Ron is an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
And, I had to bug him for
He said he's got a couple businesses. I said he has a monkey
yeah,
business.
Yeah.
And, what was the other one I
Funny
said?
business.
Funny business. Yeah. And unfortunately, he's all business.
Yeah. That's good though. That's
So I had
good.
to chase him down. And, we stayed in contact over the years after banking.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept telling him, we would bump into each other and talk, and I kept telling him what I was trying to do. And he really wasn't interested. So finally I tackled him, and we sat down. I told him everything I worked on, the numbers. And he said, well, I think you may be on something here. Let me look at it. And finally he came aboard. He really put the whole thing together in terms of finances. He changed everything. He changed my model, changed my bottle, changed my
Good.
everything.
It's,
But,
it's beautiful.
it
The bottle's
made,
beautiful.
Yeah.
he made
I
it
mean-
work. So I didn't like the bottle, but then
I love it.
now it's a hit.
It's very.
If he gets too, Ronnie gets too tough, let me know. Maybe I can tap.
Yeah.
It's very regal looking.
And I don't want to keep comparing it to whiskey per se, but like when I opened it, just the color and then the way it looked in the glass.
And
I
it's
mean,
light. It's not
it
heavy.
just- it just looks
It's
like
real nice.
I mean, it looks like it tastes. That's what I would say.
Beautiful.
Looks great, and it lives up to that.
Beautiful.
So it actually is a Grand Champagne is the blend. What it's called.
Yeah, it's a Grand and Petit Champagne, which is our two highest levels of cognac made in France. We try to go high level just to set ourselves apart because we had to do something different, or nobody would even give us time of day.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
and that champagne is not to be confused with the region in France where
Correct.
the sparkling wine comes from.
Correct.
Yeah.
So where else? You got any other travel plans coming up? You hitting some other spots?
Yes, we got some trade shows that we're looking at doing. I know it's a big one out west, Las Vegas, that me and Ron are kind of toying with. But we will go anywhere that we have to go. We have to separate and kill two birds with one stone.
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I understand the struggle to get something marketed, so to say, but in my personal opinion, once you try that, you got to have it. This should be on everybody's bar. Everybody's bar,
I agree.
personal or professional.
So
This
you've
should be-
had it before. Then.
I have had. That's how I met these guys.
I'm the only one that hasn't had it yet.
I
I have one on my bar right now.
can I tell the story about when we met?
Oh yeah,
So-
tasting. Yeah.
So we were the price was a penny a taste. So I tried it for the first time, and I went up to the car and I got a bunch of change, and I'm like, I gave him like $3 and change. I go, I'm drinking all night. And he said, Ryan was so cool. He's all, and Ray was so cool. They're all like, help yourself. I go, I'm just kidding. So we talked glasses and different things like that, and I'm assuming you guys are probably going to market some cognac glasses for the product as well. I know it's good out of a Glencairn glass. I know that.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's amazing, which we were talking about this right around Christmas time when I was hanging out with these two guys about what a difference a glass makes. And you know, to drink it on a rocks glass is okay, but when you put it in a Glencairn glass or a snifter glass, it is unbelievable. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
drinking a whole different product. Unbelievable. So
Yeah.
I really think that again, you know, I think the price is right. It's well worth the money, and I really think this is for being a whiskey guy. This is going to be the rabbit out of the hat when somebody comes over and you say, you know what, let's try this, and they drink some of this after dinner with a cigar. They're going to be blown away. So it's a
Yeah.
great
Thanks.
product.
Thanks.
Greg, can you do a favor? I know we've talked a lot about the cognac, but the bottle is kind of far away from the camera. Do
Sure.
you mind taking that bottle over to the camera right there
I was
to
gonna-
your?
I was going to take it upstairs.
No, right behind you, dear. Yep,
Yeah, beautiful.
very nice.
Very nice bottle. Look at the color. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So, go
Doug,
ahead.
I think one of the things that you were talking about in your Whiskey Wizard tonight was the cognac that we're trying is the Rayon XO.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, Ray, can you tell us a little bit about what XO
Well,
means?
we did talk about that. Go ahead.
It's extra old. It's the highest level of age in terms of the cognac industry as of right now.
Okay.
So it's the
There's
highest level of
Other
age.
things like
Right.
VSOP.
Yeah,
different.
I think BS is like 3 to 5, and VSOP
Yeah.
is like 5 to 7, and then you get into the XO.
Which
So
is
those,
what, 10
those are
years?
ranges, right? 10 years and above, right? So
Okay.
this is a mixture between 10 and 35 years of age. So
And they use
yeah,
the lowest.
right. So
for
when we met the manufacturer, me and my wife drove up to New York to meet the manufacturer, and he said that the sales have been going good since him and his brothers had taken over. They had expanded the facilities in France because they were trying to build the stock of aged cognac in their warehouse.
Okay.
So that's why when we looked at how we wanted to enter the market, we wanted to go at the highest level and get something extra old, which is XO.
Extra.
Awesome.
Okay.
And you know what?
Old.
I
Okay.
never knew what that
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
You know, I've seen the VSO, I've seen the XO. What was the other one?
VSOP
Yeah,
or
V,
yeah.
just X. What?
VSOP,
3 to
I think
5.
is
Yeah,
one of them.
VSOP.
Very special old
Yeah.
pale.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we might want to taste this. What do you guys think?
I'm ready because I haven't
Yeah.
tried it.
Anybody got to use the bathroom? Just kidding. So
Well, since I did the Whiskey Wizard,
yeah.
I've been dying to try some more ever since. So
you
I'm
bring a
looking
penny?
forward to this.
You
Did you
bring a
bring a
penny? I'm
penny?
charging a penny a drink.
That's the state law. Ron's a stickler about
Shauna's
the
got
rules.
me covered.
if you ain't got a penny, there's some water over here. All right, I'm gonna pass
All
them
right,
out here.
all right, sounds good.
All right, Miss Karen, send that over
Ladies
to
first,
Doug.
huh?
That's
Just
yours.
pass them all around.
Mine. Yeah, send that right over to Ray. And
Thank you.
it's mine. Who did we leave out here? Do we have everybody? Do I need more glasses?
Yeah, it looks like well.
All right.
Here, Shauna can use.
Grab one of those boxes has glasses in them and pull the new glasses out. Ralph, pull one of them. Does that one have the glasses in it?
Yeah, come on, sidecar.
Yeah, come on, sidecar.
Well,
Killing our show.
I want to know how to see.
while we're waiting, Inster's one of the best cocktails to make with cognac is called a sidecar.
Ah, see sidecar?
Yeah.
Yeah, go. I was gonna say, why don't you
Oh, we gotta pour
pull them
it.
over there and pour.
2 ounces cognac, 3/4
Ron,
ounce
you don't
lemon
want it.
juice, 3/4
You
ounce
sure?
triple
We have extra glasses.
Huh.
Lemon juice and what else?
Yeah.
triple
Alright.
sec.
So, I know with bourbon and whiskeys, they talk about, some people like it neat, some people like it with one cube with ice or a mix. So, what's the typical way that people drink cognac?
Neat.
Neat.
They've the
Neat,
industry
neat,
has
neat.
tried flavor. They've tried mixing it. They've tried all type of different avenues to promote to build the industry. But
So
And
like
that's
we said on the Whiskey Wizard, I did what I read to do, and that was to start with the first nose right about down a little bit above your, like around your solar plexus. And
Your
you
food
do, you catch the,
Your food letter? Ooh.
you can already get, I get
Right.
like the most volatile
Yeah.
stuff you get. And then about at chin level, right? This is kind of where I
All
started
starting to open up.
I started to get the fruit and there once again. But it's not, it's a very,
What is that smell?
it's like, to me it's like fresh cut green apple, or,
Yeah.
but it's, again, it's not all, at all like grapey. Right? There's no,
So the nose, just so you know, I'll get into the nose. You get a violet and a jasmine flavor, a fruity hint of prune, honey, Russian leather, and a very long finish.
I was, the when I go into for a real nose like I would a whiskey, I get the fresh apple,
Mhm.
but I also get, they're calling it prune. I would describe it as raisin, maybe, but definitely a dried.
I get a
dried
I get a
fruit.
green apple smell
Yeah.
out of it for sure.
But you'll get the dried fruit though, that kind of raisin.
All right, kids,
Or
I'm
prune, whatever
I'm
you
going to
want.
go in here.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm going in.
I'm going to put my penny on the table and I'm.
But it's just, that's a great nose.
Oh my God, is that good?
Ooh, prune.
It,
That is
Wow.
really good.
Big.
What do you think,
Big.
guys?
kind
Yes.
of
Never had anything like it.
Isn't it good?
Kind of
It is unbelievably good.
almost
It doesn't.
vaporizes on your tongue a little
It's,
bit.
yeah, and I mean it
It's
fills.
so light.
It's good. RJ, what do you think? Isn't it great?
Explodes in your mouth.
It does.
Wow, is that
I'm going test
amazing.
2. Sorry, kids. Oh,
There's
you're a
like there's no heat or burning at all.
Mm-mm.
But yet, and you can tell it's got some oomph to it.
It is. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's just,
It really is.
So
What,
we talk a lot about proof when we do our bourbons and whiskeys. What proof is
It's
this?
40.
40.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. It is fantastic. It really, really is fantastic.
Wow.
See, I could. That's something I would drink. I could drink that on a regular basis.
You know, we were talking. I mean, look. I was just
That's-
looking at your glass. The way that it's.
We need
you
that
know,
for the man cave.
the way that it's running
I
down
know,
the,
it's the
glass.
legs on it.
It's
legs, fantastic
Beautiful.
legs on it.
Yep, absolutely. This is a home run. You guys, I'm telling you now. I'm not kidding. This is something that should be in everybody's shelf. Everybody at home should have this. Everybody at any of the restaurants, they should have this, and it is
I can
fantastic.
tell you, I'm gonna just have a bottle.
It's good stuff.
Somewhere.
Wow.
This is
It's
really
good stuff. What was the?
Really-
Tell again where you can get the product online.
It's lowimportsllc.com. And you can have it shipped.
LOWE. Right?
LOWE imports with a S LLC.com. You can have it shipped straight to your house. And right now we're in over 30 states.
What's the online price?
It's $170.
$170.
$170. It's the shipping cost involved. It's another $10 or so, but you can have it delivered right to your house about $178, $179.
I have some expensive stuff on the bar, and
I see.
thank you. Some of that stuff definitely doesn't drink like that, unfortunately. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
This-
this is
it's fantastic.
quite a treat.
This is very, very good.
I would, I would have this almost any time I would have a whiskey, and I think, like you said, I just can't imagine this not going really great with any cigar. Or,
Any food, it's
Yeah.
fantastic. It really is.
Well, and I
can't-
do have my cognac cigar
there you go.
that
There
I
you go.
broke out special just for this evening.
I guess it's a traditional after dinner drink. But
It is a traditional after dinner drink, and but you can't help. That's something you can't help yourself.
yeah,
I could dive into that first before I dive into
Yeah.
the gills. It's really that good. It's great.
It is amazing. You know, it kind of reminds me when we've done some of the sherry casks.
Right.
It kind of has that
Yeah.
same finish
It-
to me,
Yep.
and I'm sure that's probably because of the grapes that are in there. But that's what that taste reminds me of on a finish.
Now, do they do for cognac? Do they do different finishes, like in different kinds of cask, or is it? Do they stick just to the French oak?
They stick to the French oak cask. Yeah.
Otherwise, I guess it can't be called a cognac then. If you did finish it in like a port wine cask. Or,
Yeah. So when we talked to the manufacturer in New York, they indicated when they grew the warehousing that they were going to stick to the same cask because it had been successful for them in the past, so, and they didn't want to change it.
It's great. I can't imagine that this isn't gonna hit the shelves. I can't imagine anybody that drinks this. Nobody's ever talked bad about it. It's really good, you know. And I'm glad I met you guys, obviously. And this is we've been thinking about this since, you know, we met for business a few weeks ago. And that's all we've talked about ever since. I took Dave's bottle, I put it on.
Yeah, I saw it. You too.
So I'm putting that out there. Just gave everybody a little hint. I said that, yeah, this is something we'll visit back. You know, it's here. We'll see. You know, we'll tell when we get everybody together. We're gonna talk about this bottle. So here we are today doing it. So I just want to say cheers. I appreciate you guys.
Yes,
Thank you.
cheers.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Good deal. This is very good.
well, just
Wow.
to make it official, I give it 2 thumbs up.
I give it 2 thumbs up and a couple of toes.
Exactly. Yeah, no, this is great. I'm officially a cognac drinker now.
I gotta say, you put me in that camp. I didn't know I was, but I.
So what's the plan now? I mean, you guys are just going to market, right? You're just doing your thing,
It's
right?
about moving these bottles now.
Alright.
It's about getting the word out, the tastings, covering the whole country, exhibits, social media. We're also looking to do a membership sign up where a person can just auto order, join lowimportscognac.com and have the bottle shipped to them, you know, once a quarter,
Right.
twice a year, and it just automatically hits their account and
Oh,
comes to
nice.
them. Yeah, so we're setting it up now, so they don't have to go and reorder. Say if you want a bottle every 4 or 5 months, and you can just sign up for our services. So we're thinking about some things
I would do
outside the
that.
box.
I would do that. I would sign up for that.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
definitely would sign up for that.
And we're looking, you know, if you sign up as a member, of course you get a discount because you know we're going to order from us, and you know we lock you in as a customer. So
Right.
we're new, all that stuff is on the plate. We're actually launching that stuff pretty soon.
Great.
Good deal. Good deal.
And for those, I mean, I know we've got a national audience here, sometimes international even, and I just want to kind of plug that you guys are local from the Cleveland area.
Cleveland area,
So
that's right.
we have anyone from the Cleveland Bourbon Co-op watching, help out a local company here.
Yeah, born and raised in Cleveland, Ohio. My partner Ron's from Dayton. We both Ohio guys. So
We won't hold that against Ronnie.
Yeah.
We still love him, but in Dayton, you know. What goes on in Dayton? Nothing. Ronnie.
Yeah, that's it.
Nothing else, just Ronnie. What you waiting on, Ronnie? 11:30. I'm gonna pitch a bitch at 11:30.
Don't let Dayton fool you now. A lot of good products come out of Dayton.
Too funny. Awesome. Great product. I might have me a little something too. I might have me a little more.
Yeah.
Anybody want a little refill?
Oh yeah.
I'm a little dry.
Look at sidecar.
Move to the sidecar.
A little dry as usual.
But I wouldn't make
Sidecar was
sidecars.
skipping
I don't think I'd
over.
make sidecars.
Peanut Gallery has a question.
Just get the
Yes.
regular.
Drink it room temperature, cold, no cube, of course.
Room temperature, definitely.
Room temperature.
Yes.
So mine's a little cold, so I was gonna let it sit a little bit, see if it brings out more flavor.
Yeah. Good idea.
Pass it over. It's really good.
It's very, very
Just
good.
a little bit.
Can't believe I'm saying it, but it's very, very good.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Yeah, and Ralph is very hard to please.
Yeah, okay.
So,
When we
Yeah.
have the bottles and test it over here. Thank you.
so right now, you said right now you're just you sell in stores in New York, New Jersey, Florida, and California.
Right, we're trying to get on the shelf, California and New York, New Jersey. We're working on Florida as we speak. But
Okay.
it's just, you know, we're just grinding.
That's
Just
it.
Yeah,
grinding.
no, that's
we're
great.
good.
How many years has you guys been doing this?
Well, we launched a product in August of 2019. I had
Oh,
started like 9
that's
years
cool.
trying to develop the whole thing, and Ron came
Wow.
on board about maybe a year and a half ago too. It was just permits,
Right.
models, manufacturers, labels, and then the box, and it was just walking through the whole thing by myself. Then Ryan came and sort of picked up the ball and helped me say, no, we need to do this differently if you're going to make it work.
Right.
And he kind of sort of took it from A to B, and that's where we are today.
Good going, Ronnie. You're all right.
Yeah, he's from Dayton.
He's really
Thank you.
I didn't wake you up, did I? You sound like you were dozing off.
Hey, Greg, you're talking business.
We'll have good conversation.
His eyes might be closed, but his ears were wide awake.
We'll have good conversation. on the way home.
He perks up with business.
Too funny. We let's move along. Are we going to do some news today?
Oh, sure. We got maybe a couple things we can talk
All
about.
right, let's talk about it.
So, out of the Seoul National University College of Medicine, they did a study and compared abstainers to those who drank up to 13 standard drinks a week. They discovered they had a 66% lower rate of beta amyloid deposits in their brains, and that's basically what leads to the onset of Alzheimer's, or it's one of the believed causes. So again, moderate drinking tends to add health benefits.
There you
You
go.
see the same thing with.
We might be getting 2 bottles a month over here.
Bring your pennies.
Stay healthy.
Yeah, we actually posted on our Facebook page a little article about that. So you can
Yeah.
kind of, if you go on our Facebook page, you can read a little article, the study that was done about drinking in moderation and not too much and not too little, and it's supposed to help the chemicals in the brain. So
Awesome.
it's interesting. Interesting read.
Awesome.
And let's see. Holyrood is opening to the public a brand new distillery in Edinburgh, Scotland. So it's kind of one of the first distilleries to come back into Edinburgh since 1925. And we love Edinburgh. We've visited. Anyway, they're going to be setting up a nice distillery in Edinburgh and plan to have some very good releases. in
I don't know if I
the
told
future,
you, but Ray's a Scotch guy. You a Scotch guy, Ryan?
No, I'm a cognac guy.
Good answer. Good answer.
Greg, you walk right into that one. You walk right in there, Greg.
I'm all in.
Oh, what time you leaving?
I'm all in, Greg. All in.
8 o'clock already, huh?
Holy shit, I gotta change my diaper.
Greg, you walk right in there, Greg.
I did, I walked right in.
That's why I'm
Not
sitting over
kidding.
here, Greg.
So Chivas is in their Extra 13 collection is adding an expression that's finished in tequila casks.
Oofa.
So we
That's-
knew
now
that
you're
was
talking.
inevitable, right? At some
Right.
point that was going to happen. So, and Glenmorangie, they're opening up some experimental distillation on the site. We were there last summer and saw some of the construction going on. They're adding some stainless steel condensers and coffee coffee stills, continuous stills. So I guess they're going to be doing a little experimenting because not that it's unheard of for Scotch whiskey, but obviously we talked about it on some of the past episodes, the benefits of copper in that distillation process. It helps to bind with some of the the flavor compounds that you don't want to have remaining in the whiskeys. So
That's my next purchase this
Yeah.
summer. I'm buying a still.
we're gonna do
We're talking a little business right now, but we're gonna move forward with
Oh,
some
I know
stuff.
you are. I was part of that conversation.
Absolutely.
anyway. So they're gonna have a little bit of stainless steel hardware and for
Stainless,
doing some
copper, don't matter.
experimenting. They want to use it they think it'll help with more robust
Mhm.
whiskeys that they plan to do. They're going to do a wide range of different, I guess, the full spectrum.
It's a good idea. Huh?
Yeah.
Mm.
We talked in the past about the Blanton's Gold Edition, right? So,
We did, yes, last week, I think.
so, okay. Well, no need to bring that up.
Okay.
That's about it.
Is that it? All right. I just want to say thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate you. Glad you guys came on. I really appreciate this. This was a treat. I mean,
This really
you know,
was.
we taste a lot of stuff, and it's always when something is unique. And
What
like
a
I said,
surprise.
it
for
was
me.
a surprise. It
It
definitely
really
was. It was a
really
surprise for me when I first tried it, and I was like, man, that is some good stuff. I came home and bragged about it. I said,
He did.
I said, these guys talking about. I told them come do the show. They said they were going to do the show. I said, oh, I hope that happens. I said, we'll have a nice time. But give a shout out one more time for your website,
lowimportsllc.com.
and that's where they can go
Go
online.
online and order it, have it delivered straight to your home.
Awesome. I appreciate you gentlemen being here today.
Thanks for having
And
us.
thank
Today's
you very, very
episode
much.
on Rayon Cognac XO.
Uh-huh.
We can leave it with a quote from W.C. Fields. He said, "It's well to remember that there are 5 reasons for drinking: the arrival of a friend, one's present or future thirst, the excellence of the cognac, or any other reason."
There you go.
All right, you
So
all
long,
have.
everybody.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you guys next week, and drink responsibly and have a safe weekend. I'm your host, Big G.
Karen Helen Keller.
Doug Dunbar.
And I'm Ray Lowe.
See you
All right.
soon.
Be
Thank
safe,
you.
everyone.
Be safe.
Have
So
a
long,
good
everyone.
one.
Have a good night.
If whiskey stopped working, every bar in town would be closing their doors, shutting down. Everybody would be trapped with their thoughts, 'cause nothing numbs the pain like bourbon or scotch. Oh no, oh no, no. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped. Poor Jack D would be out of a job. Jameson and Bean would be cut off. Hank Williams' songs wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, this whole damn world would be a mess. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped, oh. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably halfway out of this town, leaving Tennessee.